Hello, beautifuls. Again, I'm actually on campus right now at CSULB, and I was sitting in class, and I noticed that everything that we talk about in class, in general, because I'm a psych major, it deals a lot with issues and problems and mental disorders and how to have a family recover from alcoholism, abuse. And what struck me is that in our culture and in society, I know we talk a lot about this. When we turn on the television, when we read the news, when we read the news, when we read the newspaper, when we look at all these things, if we wake up and see what's happening, there's so much negativity in the media. And I know that it's been stressed, and sometimes when I hear it, it goes in one ear, not the other. I actually don't watch any TV. The only thing that I do watch are documentaries, and I try to read as much as I can, and I listen to TED Talks. I try to take my mind away from all the negativity. And if you take a basic course in statistics or intro statistics, you'll find that in any big group or any huge population, you have I drew it out here. You have what is a bell curve. So in this bell curve, you have outliers at the end of them, right? But majority of the people are average. So I want to introduce this average bell curve. If you can see it right there. So essentially when you get a large population, you do testing. On average, you have this bell curve. And most people are within that average section, and you have your outliers. Everything that is on the news and the media and what's, in a sense, brainwashed in our minds is that we have these extreme outliers and these extreme people that are being destructive and chaotic in the world. How often do you hear on the news that, oh, someone did something good today? Maybe there's going to be one or two rescues or a hero here and there, but it makes me see how the world functions, and that it's how you perceive everything is how you are going to function in the world, and what the media essentially decides to put out there. And this video today, I want to talk about, ooh, it's windy, how beautiful. I'm going to sit in a second. Okay. I like it. So, as far as today's video, I want to challenge. These are what these videos are. I try to challenge as much as I can the way we think and the way we perceive life. I want to challenge what your purpose is. And if we can, in a sense, tune out whatever is expected or whatever is wanted, what is your core purpose? If you can set everything aside and really dig deep, what do you want out of your life? And what is stopping you from getting those goals or achieving those goals? I think ultimately, my perspective of the world is how we function is in a unity. How we function is in society. Sure, you have your incidents where one individual kind of is the hero or is the innovator, but essentially we all work collectively. And from my perspective, I think my purpose is in life is to spread this news and to build some sort of awareness in people that we have to really question everything that we are all the time. I mean, if we don't, where is there growth within ourselves? We just become so complacent, and we hit our careers, and then all of a sudden, oh, that's it, I hit that goal. I'm going to turn on the TV and start a family, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there is, but as far as the function of human nature and what we're here for, I think it's just to always strive to be better and to have some sort of purpose. And I feel like the individuals that may be getting sidetracked and let the day-to-day get to them, I wonder what their true calling is, and I wonder what has moved them in the past. And we are creatures of habit, and if those habits of just becoming complacent um, really shape our beings. So I would like you to maybe write down some notes on what you think your purpose is, and if it's to be creative, if it's to be a teacher, anything. I just want us to dig really deep down and understand who we are as beings. And another thing that I would like for us to take from this is that be cautious of where you get your information from, and be cautious of what's around you. And if these individuals or events are good, uh, having positive energies or negative energies. And this is essential for us. We we are alive and living on this planet, and it is so important to have a quality of life. And everything that we do in our lives it has an impact on other people. So I actually went out last night, and it was quite an amazing experience, because everything for me is just like like an observation, a big field test in a sense. Um, but I love interacting with people and I love mingling. But I actually went out with a new friend that I met, and he is actually a doctor and one of my good friends, my best friend Audrey. And we went out to get some drinks, and we came across uh, three other guys and one girl. And one girl was actually going to school for nursing, and the other three guys were in the Audi industry. And they basically sell cars, and they're salesmen. And I thought to myself, is this your real purpose? Is this what you truly want to do? Or is it just a way to make a buck and make a living? The biggest sacrifice that we could do is let go of the money and the idea of money. That's going to come in once your passions come out. That's going to flood in once you can be so enthusiastic and so vibrant about what is it you want to do in life, that people are just going to throw you money. I can only imagine, people value those sorts of qualities in an individual. And I just thought to myself, they were a little bit younger. I don't know if they were my age or maybe in their earlier 20s, but I thought, is this really what you want to do? And I just read a short little article on what you shouldn't do in your 20s, and because they're such the most pivotal years of your life, we in our 20s we're setting the foundation of the rest of our lives. And yes, of course we can change, but in these years, this is where we have the most freedom, and this is where we have the most flexibility as well. And I find it quite interesting that people resort to alcohol and drugs, and on an extreme level, not the social kind, but on an extreme level. And it's so fascinating too how society is constructed that way. I can go out anywhere right now and get shit-faced if I wanted. How is that encouraged? But if I want to go get an organic tomato, I have to wait for farmers markets on Wednesdays and Saturdays in Santa Monica, or I have to physically drive to a place that's out of my reach to get organic produce. I mean, but I can go out and poison my liver and my body essentially by drinking alcohol. We just have to wake up and see how everything is constructed in our world, and we have to question things all the time, because if we don't, if we start conforming to the rest of what we think is okay, then nothing's going to change, and people aren't going to change, and ideas won't. And this is our purpose as a species, is to always change, and we will always change. So I think what to take from this again is that, what is your purpose? What is your true calling? And I want you to dig deep, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and there may be shifts in the way that you see yourself, but that is very okay. I think that it's all about purpose and finding your place in the world, and making a little ripple in the masses of it all. And we need to be the change. It starts within, and we need to not conform to, even if deep down we don't think that it's okay, yet we still conform. we have to step away from that and we have to be who we are in our truest nature, because this is what is going to make us happy. The more that we substitute materialistic things, wealth, people even into our lives, that as a way to substitute or make us feel whole is not going to make us feel whole, and we're just going to be using these objects as a way to feel complete. And just dig deep. What is your purpose? What do you want out of life? Even if it's within the next 5 years, jot that down. It's going to change in the next 5. Have tons of goals. Have a list of them. Life is endless, and life isn't endless. I wish it were, but the lists are endless, and the goals are endless. And believe in yourself and know that you can do anything that you want to do. What is your purpose? Okay? Thanks for listening. Actually, I had to turn over to my left because there's one shred of fall in the corner and the leaves are yellow. And as the wind just blew, you just saw this whole flush of yellow. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. See that color? See it right there. But that's the only fall that we have here. So, anyways, my loves, thank you for listening again. I'm supposed to be studying for finals, but I just get so inspired as I'm learning in class. And what moves you? What is your purpose? Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Bye, Buttes.